Welcome to Carolina Coffee Talk, where we drink the coffee and spill the tea from the greatest town on earth, Wake Forest, North Carolina, and from around the world.
Carolina Coffee Talk is brought to you by Kaleidoscope Realty, providing one-on-one home buying help from start to finish. If you'd like to be a sponsor, shoot us an email at info@carolinacoffeetalk.com or like us on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook.
I'm Liz.
And I'm Jonathan.
And there's Tyler. Do you guys see
Tyler.
that? Tyler Baki in the house. He's not really in the house because, you know, COVID.
Not in North Carolina, but
no, he's not.
Pennsylvania.
He is in Pennsylvania. Jonathan is at the beach.
Yes.
Beach better have my money. Am I right, Jonathan?
Bring
Pay
it
me
in.
what you owe me. I know
What
that's
are you
right.
at?
On no shores.
Oh, beautiful.
Atlantic Beach. Hammer
I don't
Mile.
even know where that is.
In my opinion, any beach is beautiful.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes. I know you from previous podcasts, you don't like the beach.
It's
but
too sandy. Like, it's dirty and sandy.
So there's these things called hoses that you can hose your feet off, like when you get off the beach. Like,
Why would I want to hose my? Why just don't do it at all? Don't bother with the hose.
because it's
Do what we do.
beautiful. You're on the edge of our country.
True.
exactly.
It's beautiful, beautiful land. Okay, so we are Zooming, for those of you that may or may not know. We are also live streaming on the Facebook, otherwise known as the Mom Book, otherwise known as the Shame Book for all things COVID related or political related. So if you don't want to talk about politics or COVID, you probably should stay off of Facebook for the rest of the season, I would say.
Season.
Yeah, you need to go through pumpkin spice latte season and hit me up after Christmas, and it should be back to normal right then, right?
Oh,
So Tyler, we have a lot of questions for you. You are mentioned often in our podcast for several things.
yes.
The first topic of conversation that I would like, and Jonathan will, he'll interject as needed. You are the one that got Captain Sandy and Anastasia Surma, yeah, from Below Deck on our show. Tell us how you connected with Captain Sandy.
I mean, I hate to take the credit for that. I really don't want to take the credit for that.
But you should.
I mean, all I did really was just tag them in a post.
You tagged her in an Instagram post, right?
Yeah, on Instagram, we just, y'all were talking about it, and I just tagged them, and then I know with Captain Sandy, she was like, "Oh, I'd love to be on," and
then we all freaked out.
you guys started speaking with her, and then which is awesome because it was almost like too easy to get her on.
Yeah.
But
Well, it was easy until her people got involved, and then things went downhill quick.
That's why I don't have people. That's the only reason I don't have people. I've been approached. I said, no, I don't want people. For that reason, no.
And then Anastasia, she was running that contest, and I entered in. I, donated to her cause, and got was DMing back and forth with her because I really wanted that chef coat.
Yeah, what happened?
For Tessa. I didn't win it.
Ugh. Worst.
It is what it is.
And we're trying to get the Chen bot on the show, Julie Chen from Big Brother.
Yes.
That would be huge.
That'd be massive.
Yeah.
She's massive. But
Julie Chen Moonves.
Julie Chen Moonves.
Pardon me. Tyler said that he would happily pay for food for the house.
I said I would cover the budget for 1 week's food budget.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Have you seen the Big Brother pantry? I mean, stocked.
I don't know what I'm committing to.
No, I'm going to say, what? How much is that budget?
I don't, after I said that, after I put that out there, I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean, there's no alcohol because they don't do that anymore, but just a lot of chips.
Yeah.
A lot of chips.
CBS is going to be
And
calling you
there's
hey.
multiple full watermelons and cantaloupes in that pantry.
And like jugs of whey protein. I'm like, who's doing that much protein in that house?
After I
Also,
committed
you're not
that,
working out
I was
that
like,
much.
oh boy.
Yeah, you're not working out that much. The backyard's only open a certain amount of times. Tyler, give us your backstory on your love for Big Brother, because we have a lot of funny stories about that together.
Jennifer Scott said 100 pineapples.
For Big Brother.
I might need to have my credit card limit increased for that.
Instacart is going to hate you. I need 100
right.
pineapples. They'd be like, what? No, sir.
No. So my love for Big Brother, I don't know. So I grew up I remember watching it with my parents back, and it's funny, back in the days when they did give them alcohol. I didn't know it back then, but back in, I don't know, season even, I don't know, season 15 even, they would give them enough alcohol, and which kind of made it more of a real world
It did.
type of situation.
And what season are they in now? 20 something?
22.
22.
Okay.
Yeah. So I remember watching it with my parents, and I don't know, I just got really hooked on it. And I think I have a love, like just like you guys, I have a love for reality TV. And I think this is the most authentic reality television show that you can get. I mean, it's live 24/7 on the live feeds. There's no scripting. You can't. I mean, aside from when they cut the live feeds off for a little bit for a competition, there's no room to be able to script it or have somebody do one thing or another. So like, I think it's the most authentic, and there's been controversies because of that. You know, there's been certain things with race and certain things with, you know, anything in life that we're experiencing right now. But
so every other reality show films the season and then they air it. Big Brother is the only one that I kind of know of, I think, that happens in real time, right? Except for like talent shows like American Idol and stuff.
right.
But
I mean,
this
it's
is
3 times a week.
Yeah, 3 times a week and the live feeds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
the live feeds.
Jonathan gave the premise of Big Brother before in this show. What would you say is like your 1 or 2 sentence premise of Big Brother, Tyler? I know, big one.
Really difficult. A lot of people ask me, because people know that I really love Big Brother, and they ask me like, well, what's it about? And that's really difficult. I mean, it's probably it's the biggest social experiment.
That's what he said. That's what Jonathan said.
Yeah. I mean, that's like one of the only ways you can really describe it. It's the biggest social experiment. Is you have a influx of different cultures and backgrounds coming into one house with no outside interactions. They're stuck in there, and you know shit's gonna hit the fan. Like, you know, it's, you know, people are gonna clash. Some people will get along, some people won't. Different backgrounds, like even different work ethics. There's people who are, you know, blue collar, white collar, whatever.
Right.
It's the biggest social experiment, and that's why I really like it, is because you get a really good idea of how people interact. Not so much this season with the All-Stars, because these people have come to become a part of like the quote unquote celebrity, whatever. They've had like some bit of celebrity-ness.
Reality celebrities.
They're not like just people that are coming off the streets, but you still get that interaction.
So Jonathan, let me ask you this, and Tyler, I'll ask you this second. Jonathan, who is your pick for this season of Celebrity Big Brother to win it all? And then who is still on that you're like, please go?
I do have to say that I did pick Dax and Mickey to win the whole thing last season.
You did.
Point blank. I said that at the very start of the season. Yep.
So why isn't he on the show, Jonathan? Our show.
Well, I don't know the answer to that question. I can't help you there.
He's got too many people. That's the problem. Get out of here.
You know, I think Tyler plays a really interesting game because he dabbles in a whole bunch of different alliances with people. And I kind of think that's, although I think Jackson really worked well in his alliance, but then that kind of blew up. So I think Tyler has a good game of like dispersing himself secretively throughout the house, which I think is good, but it's eventually going to come to bite him in the butt, I think. So I would say Tyler, but I mean, I also thought Janelle was going to be a huge competitor this season, and she's gone. So
I know, that was wild.
Well, it always amazes me how these big game players make it so far.
Right.
Which
like no one's after Cody right now, and they should be.
Oh, Cody is one of the biggest threats in this game right now.
Yep, I agree.
And the fact that they got rid of Janelle, you know, I like Janelle, but on like a game standpoint, I was like, oh, thank God. Yeah. Because she's a huge threat. They would be dumb not to get rid of her when they had the opportunity. Yeah. So.
Well, I also think Tyler is not afraid to take shots. Like he took a huge shot at a power duo in the house, which Memphis could have done, but Memphis was playing both sides, which he's getting caught up in. I think Memphis needs to go because I think he's.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
He's just riding the wave of everybody around him. He's not really.
His off is very cocky.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
Taking Nicole out. I mean, come on now, Nicole.
Small fish.
Not a threat at all. Like, why did they?
Not at all.
And I really liked Nicole A.
Yeah.
So,
and Nicole F too. I really like too. her voice is a little like,
Oh, Jill, hating each other.
but she's very funny. Like, you know, she's like kind of a.
It is.
Kind
It is interesting. It is interesting on the social experiment piece, but it's also gameplay is interesting to watch because there are some people like you can definitely tell right now. They're like, I'm gonna lay low. I'm gonna stay out of the drama. Let the big fish hit each other with it,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna do stuff, which I think was successful for Nicole A in last season when she, got to the final three.
Yeah, she made the final three, and that benefited her.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of funny because I feel like she was trying to do the same thing, but
Right.
for some reason it didn't work out this season.
Well, and I think Memphis was just trying to put somebody up that he didn't really know or really care about, as opposed to actually being an all-star and start taking shots. I mean, you've got big players that are in the house right now, and you're gonna knock out Nicole. Of like, yeah, she was far in her last season, but I mean, she didn't do that because she was winning comps and winning HOAs or HOA. I'm thinking of my
HOA,
real estate stuff
Yeah,
right
real
now.
estate,
right?
yeah.
HOA, POA, HOH. We know what you were talking about.
Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, I think it's interesting that she and I don't even know who that other guy, the guy that she was put up on the block with. Either one of them seemed.
Yeah.
Now that he's off the block, he's now like skirting underneath all.
That's what
the-
happens. You go up with a block once, and if you survive, you make it really far in the game.
Yeah.
Tyler, do you remember 4 or 5 seasons ago when we were real in, oh, they're all drinking. Look, I have this. It's just water though.
You know, I was gonna have some tea with this vodka to
Yeah.
spill the tea, but
Don't spill the vodka. Yeah.
To boil the water and make it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
exactly.
remember 4 or 5 seasons ago on Big Brother, you and I are real into it, and we almost got to meet several of the house guests. Do you remember that story well enough to tell it?
Are you talking about the Monster Mash?
Yes, I sure am.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me.
It was the season with Gina Marie and
Andy Heron won.
Andy Heron. And wait, who was the
McCrae.
Nick? Was it Nick?
Nick.
Nick, what was his last name?
Something dumb.
Nick
Like
U-Roll or something?
yeah, something dumb. Yeah.
Yeah. And we knew, and through the season they mentioned that like Gina Marie and Nick were kind of like a thing. And Nick, they had mentioned like, oh, when we get out of the house, we're going to go to a date and we're going to go to a monster truck rally. And when they got out of the house, they committed to going to this monster truck rally, which was at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. And I think it was Gina Marie who tweeted a picture of their tickets. And I went and bought tickets to the monster truck rally in the same section. And I ended up getting in the row behind her.
Yeah.
Which is like super creepy. I'm like,
no, it's not.
I'm embarrassed to even admit it, but it was like,
no, it's awesome.
we're talking about $20 tickets. It was so fun, but Liz ended up not being able to go.
Yeah.
You were supposed to come up north.
Yeah, and I hurt my back really bad. I had to have surgery like the next day.
And my friend Kelly Halberstadt, she was another Big Brother like super fan, and I was like, hey, this is really weird, but I have tickets to this monster truck rally, and we're sitting behind Gina Marie, and she was like, I'm going with you.
And you met her.
Yeah, and we met her, and we made eye contact, and I was like, hey, you're Gina Marie, like from Big Brother. We love Big Brother, and she was like, oh yeah, like,
and she did the cockroaches thing.
Whole, like, oh, spray the cockroaches, like, yeah, oh yeah.
Do you remember that season, Jonathan?
No.
McCrae and Amanda. It was a great season.
Amanda Zuckerman, yeah.
I came on to Big Brother. I'll be honest. I have not watched Big Brother from the start.
No, it's fine. You don't have to.
On later on, but yeah.
So
we stalked Amanda Zuckerman too because Tyler used to be able to look at U-Haul records. Remember? And we found out she had rented a U-Haul, so we called her.
Get in trouble for that? Probably not. Whatever.
No, it's
Tyler, I appreciate your commitment
Oh,
to
yeah.
finding people and getting
Oh, I'm creepy.
contact somewhere.
always.
We used to rent U-Haul trucks at Ace when I worked at the Ace Hardware, and I looked through the records and found out that Amanda Zuckerman had rented a U-Haul once upon a time. And so I got her cell phone number from the contract of her U-Haul and was texting her back and forth, which, I mean, was kind of common because she was a realtor too. So like she was used to getting random people, hitting her up about stuff, but I was creepy. It was weird.
God, it's awesome. I love it.
I would love to do a real estate deal with Danelle.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I bet she is a firecracker.
where's she based out
Like,
of?
no BS type of person.
LA, I believe.
She's in LA. Yeah. I don't know. She's probably really successful too.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
she's got the Big Brother tagline with her too.
you both, Tyler and Jonathan, both have met my mom, right?
Oh yeah.
Barb.
So Tyler,
Texas.
give a backstory on how you and I met, and give a backstory about my mom.
So I met Liz through Young Life. She was a leader at a high school that was partnership with our county Young Life. I guess we met at Saranac was where we really, right?
You were 16,
Yeah.
right?
It was my first camp
Yep.
that I went to. I think it was your first camp that you went to with Chester County Young Life.
Uh-huh.
And we met there, and like, we just kind of hit it off, and then we got to know each other through different programs and events we did back in Chester County. And Liz lived up in Pennsylvania. I don't know. We just became. It's funny. I don't really remember the exact timeline of events, but we just became like really good friends. And I know I helped you move a couple times.
Yeah, like looking back on it, I think it's weird. Like you were a high school boy and I was like a 30-year-old woman, and I was like, will you help me move my furniture? And you were like, sure.
I had a trailer, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll come over.
That's a good old typical Young Life thing.
Hold please. We never were alone together, were we?
Were there always 6 eyes?
No, we made sure we weren't until I was 18. Once we were 18,
We turned 18,
Once I was
we
18.
shared a hotel room.
yeah. Bro, we went to the wedding,
No,
and we had to keep it a secret now.
but a big
So
deal.
funny.
Listen, you were more than 18. You were like 22.
At
How
that
old were
point, I was.
Liz, the FBI is coming to your house, girl.
CPS, hello.
No, at that point, I was working for my grandfather, so I know it was like 2014 or 2015 or
So
after.
you're older. What's the statute of limitations on this? Am I still good or no?
You're good.
I should be good, yeah.
You're good.
But may I get personal, Tyler? Is that okay?
Go for it.
You sure?
Yeah.
The funny thing is, so Tyler and I were fast friends. He was one of the only friends I had at the time. It was a difficult 2 years for me. I was really struggling with a lot of things, including my sexuality. Tyler and I shared a hotel room at my mom's best friend's gay wedding, Bob and Glenn. But she said, don't tell your father you're sharing a hotel room. And I'm like, okay, I won't. I wasn't out yet. Tyler happens to be gay. He was not out yet.
Yeah.
So you had these two straight people sharing a hotel room who both knew we were both gay. We knew it. And we just were like, what? And so it just was the funniest thing in the world because
I
we
like
both
that
felt
Barbara was concerned about it.
so concerned.
Oh yeah, she was like.
She thought my dad would be like,
"Don't
I
tell
can't
your
believe it.
father."
But
And
we
meanwhile,
literally-
Liz and I are up in a hotel room watching Friends.
Friends. After 30 minutes. Because this wedding we went to in Philadelphia was the craziest, nicest wedding I've ever been to. And we shut down the dance floor.
Oh,
Tyler was doing like Russian high kicks from the dance floor. It was so fun.
I was lit like a Christmas tree, and
So fun.
oh yeah, it was the most insane. I mean, but even before the actual wedding itself, the cocktail party we went
Yeah.
to.
Yep.
I mean, we had full on lobster. We had king crab legs.
Yeah,
Scallops.
crazy. I regret not eating more.
It was insane.
It was awesome.
And then you went into the main room, and it had this like cascading waterfall with a big ass Christmas tree,
Yeah.
and it was amazing.
Solid gold coins showered on everybody. Take
Pretty
the
much.
diamonds, whatever
Yeah.
you want. Yeah.
I was waiting for like fake snow machines to start coming in.
Yeah. You get in a cage and they blow money on you and you just grab
Yeah.
whatever dollars you want.
It was nuts.
So fun.
My type of wedding.
It was a great wedding. Yeah. Jonathan, you would have loved it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
So, but since then, Tyler has helped with decorating day at our house, which is coming up soon, right? And Jonathan knows a little bit about that too. Jonathan, you should come up for decorating day.
Jonathan, I will pay for your flight to come up for decorating day.
Madonna,
You're
man.
always in need of people to help.
Jonathan, do you like Christmas?
I love Christmas.
Oh, he's
Do
in.
you love Christmas decorations?
We used to have 6 Christmas trees in our house, 100 of those little ceramic houses, which I still
He's in.
have.
You are in for this. You should see what happens at Fox Quarry for Christmas.
I also would like to just see Fox Quarry. I've heard so much about this place.
It's a
So
lot.
I've been decorating Liz's parents' house for Christmas for the past
Oh my gosh.
years.
How? 12?
Definitely 10.
I mean, since you were 17 or 18, wasn't it?
Yeah, and now I'm, God,
How old are you?
how old am I? Am I getting ready to turn 29? Yeah,
You're
I'm
almost
getting
30.
29.
It's been a long time.
A long time. I've been decorating Liz's parents' house for Christmas many a years.
And you're about 30, 20 minutes away from them?
15.
So Tyler is also tech support. If her mom can't get the Wi-Fi on, she calls him. Something's wrong with the router. Can you come over?
I have all the passwords written in my notes in my phone.
Yeah, Jagged.
Robin just asked, can Coffee Talk cover Christmas decorating? ?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so can we just talk about it a little bit since people are wondering, I'm sure, because it's not. So you know how you look at your house and you've got things on the walls and you've got maybe some accent rugs and you've got some silverware and bowls and things like that, right? Like you got some cups, regular house stuff. Imagine over the course of a weekend, maybe a day, depending on how many people, you have the extreme home makeover, move that bus kind of situation where a crew comes in, takes everything off the walls, all the rugs up, all the cups out, all the silverware out, and replaces them with.
Off the wall.
I also just imagine Barb sitting in her chair right now and be like, nope, doesn't go there.
Yep.
She sits down, kiss the ring, you kiss the ring, and I'll tell you where everything goes. That goes there, and then she just get me a coffee. Yeah.
Love you, Bar, by the way.
Love Barb, but that's what she's
Love
got
Barb.
to do. She's got to stand right there and do it.
Yeah.
But we have this like Christmas trailer in the garage that everything sits on, and then it all gets pulled out, and then we flip the house, and then it's like a Christmas Wonderland until New Year's.
It's awesome. I mean, Liz hasn't been as like excited about it as I have. I love Christmas. I love decorating for Christmas. So I've always been like all for it, and I'm there, and nobody touches the foyer in that house except
The garland is his.
in the stairway. But and we will, you know what? And when that time comes, we will post pictures or videos or whatever to your podcast, Carolina Coffee Talk, because it is really a sight to see. This house is just transformed into a Christmas Wonderland.
It is.
Wait, wait.
Oh boy.
Your mom gave me something.
What do you mean? What did mom give you?
Because she has so many decorations.
Is it a giant Santa?
No, it's a giant snowman.
Let me see.
She gave me 2 of these. They're wooden.
When?
They're wooden.
Oh, I remember those.
Remember that? She gave me both of them.
Where are you going to put that?
I don't know. I just have them in my basement. But she was like, I don't want these anymore. Yeah. So I have these.
The old basement snowmen.
That just goes to show you. And there's probably a ton of other things I could probably take and would never know.
Well, Tyler's being very gracious, Jonathan, because not only am I not as into Christmas as he was, but I was vehemently against Christmas decorating for the majority of my life, simply because I grew up flipping the house like that. And then as an adult, never really had anyone to share Christmas with. Once I met my wife and once we started having, a family and stuff, I love Christmas now. And I feel like I'm catching up. So now I feel like I'm finally real into it, but it took an act of God to get me to come up for Christmas decorating day. And that act of God has arrived. And so we're going to go as a family, and Julie and me and Trey and Tessa. So it's going to be ridiculous.
Thank God, because it's been very stressful to find enough people every year.
And Jonathan's coming.
And I hope you're coming.
If I would love for you to come.
I will.
Oh my gosh,
come.
yeah.
It would be hysterical. My mom would die.
And you get paid very well.
We should surprise her and not tell her that I'm coming.
You can't surprise Barb Simpers. You cannot surprise her.
She'll have a heart attack.
No, do not. That's not how she entertains. She will say, wait a minute, I only bought 8 fillets and there's 9 of them. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You might need to stay in JJ and I's guest room, because if you just show up, she's going to be like, Now what do I do?
Oh, this is, you ruined it. I can't. This is too much.
So you might be staying in our guest bedroom.
She's
Wherever.
already ordered the lobster tails from Omaha Steaks, and she doesn't know how to
Oh,
do
yeah.
that. So you
That's
cannot
another
show
thing
up
too.
like
What's
that.
really funny about Liz's family is like whenever we do decorating day or we come over for anything, it's like we order takeout from Giordano's, and it's like, what does everybody want? And it's like, okay, I'm gonna have 10 pizzas.
No, there's 6 of us, mind you.
Yeah, I'll have 10 large pizzas, 5 large salads, 3 orders of breaded mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, who are you ordering?
And throw in 4 Italian wedding soups. We're like, what? Who? Who's feeding?
And then Big Tom comes back with all this food, and he's like, okay,
Yeah.
dinner's here.
He just shuffles in. My mom's like, what's all this food for? He's like,
Yeah.
we're hungry. We got Barbara time. They're hungry.
Oh, gotta love them.
This sounds awesome.
Oh, it's great. It's a great time.
And the thing is, we're not even exaggerating. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's,
We-
I
we
mean,
will-
oh, guess who's watching? Tommy Simpers is watching right now.
Hello, Tom. He knows all about it.
Oh, speaking of Tommy, I got something to tell you about Tommy.
Uh-oh.
Yesterday, my mom says we are having a family dinner when you come up to visit in September. I said, great. Tommy's going to turn 50 years old. She said, Tommy, clap for Tommy. Tommy, my brother, is turning 50. And I haven't seen him with anybody in a little while, a girlfriend, whatever. And she says he's bringing someone special to dinner. I said, oh, do tell. And she said, her name is Francesca.
Tom is commenting on Facebook currently saying, this is great. Francesca.
My mom said, her name's Francesca, and that's all I know about her. And I said, Francesca. And then Julie said, is she a mail order bride from Russia? Who's Francesca? I said, I'll figure it out.
She bringing homemade baked ziti? Because I feel like that with that name, she ought to be.
He needs to do something, yeah.
Tom says,
So-
a friend, exclamation point,
She's not a
exclamation
friend.
point.
I'm not a friend. Let me tell you why. So I called Tommy. I said, what's the deal? He sent me a picture of her. Her name is actually Jessica. My mom misheard. Because Francesca makes more sense as a name than Jessica. Her name is actually Jessica. She's coming to dinner. Family dinner with my father means you get grilled on every issue you've ever had in your whole life.
Oh, yeah.
Any mistake you've made, he will find out and talk about it for 30 minutes over the appetizer, right?
For sure.
So my brother's bringing a quote unquote friend. She's not a friend. He's bringing a girlfriend. I know he is. Jessica, the girlfriend. So
Like,
she-
Tom said, oh my God.
he knows. He's in big trouble. He would never bring a friend to family dinner. My dad is going to grill her like crazy. If she's got, oh, this is funny too. One time my brother dated this girl who had a piercing on her nose, I think, or her lip or something, or her face.
Oh, it was on her nose, I think.
Do you remember, Tyler, do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
So she comes to dinner and my dad goes, did you get dressed in the dark this morning? She goes, no, why? He's like, it looks like you fell down on an earring and hit your face. And she had just met her. And I was like, this is what's going to happen for Christmas dinner. And that's how
Tom says, no quotes. It's a friend.
it's a friend. Tommy is not a friend. We'll let you guys know. But anyway, we're going to meet Francesca. It's going to be great over family dinner. But anyway, that's what we're doing.
You need to stop saying Francesca because I'm going to meet her and I'm going to be like, hey.
We're all going to call her Francesca.
Yes,
I saw a picture of her. She looked really lovely and normal. So way to go, Tommy. Tommy said it was a lip ring to correct it. So
Oh,
in case anyone wants to know, that girl fell down and got an earring in her lip. And that's what happened. So
Is that what happened?
I guess so.
no filter. Big Tom, no filter.
Big Tom. No filters in this family, that's for sure. So Jonathan's at the beach right now. He's got a little sunburn sunglass tan, right, Jonathan?
For sure.
Because you were busy selling houses.
Yep, we went on a boat today. Had to show them the islands that you can go anchor at because they're going to buy
Oh.
a boat.
What a life.
You know, such a rough day. Big,
Oh my
big day
God.
on the job.
Oh, yeah, too bad.
Had to go pull up to a restaurant on the dock and have lunch, you know.
Mm-hmm, the usual. That's
You
right.
know, just a
And then-
casual Sunday.
Casual Sunday. And are you coming back tomorrow?
as he's casually rocking in his rocking chair.
For
right?
real.
Yeah.
Outside of some beach house,
Yeah,
whatever.
Someday.
With a drink in my hand. Look at this sunset, everybody. I just want everybody to see this.
Jonathan, no one's going to think we need sponsors when you're on a beachfront property. Listen, we're poor. They don't understand. I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
I'm a realtor and I'm staying at a friend's house. I'm not paying to stay here.
Whatever. Tyler, you tell everybody what you do for a living.
So I work for my grandfather. He owns a bunch of commercial real estate, industrial housing, and I basically just manage it. I'm the property manager of all stuff.
And have you had any ridiculous, crazy tenants?
Oh yeah.
So many. What's one good story that you think our listeners would like to hear about one of your weird tenants?
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
We had a limo company. Liz, I heard this story.
I'll hear it again.
We had a limo company rent from us, and limo companies, just to begin with, are a little bit shady.
Yeah.
This guy came into a new limo company, and
how do you come into a limo company?
Yeah, how does one go into a limo company?
Super Italian person.
Of course.
He rented from us before with another.
Got his leather jacket.
That company kind of went under. Then he bought a limo company. So anyway, he had this limo company, and then that kind of just went under too. But he left all his limos there.
Ooh.
And we went to court, and we gained access to this property. Well, the limos had all the keys with them. So there would be a couple nights where I would just grab the keys and I would just take the stretch Escalade limo out for like joyrides around Westchester.
How do you whip an Escalade limo around Westchester without knocking?
Oh my God,
nervous?
so much fun. I rolled up to my parents' house, just like laid on the horn, and my mom's like, "What the hell is going? Like, what are you doing? Why?"
Yeah, why?
Yeah, it was just a stretch white Escalade limo, and he left everything behind. I mean, it was insane. There was definitely some shady stuff going on.
Is it true that any car can be made into a limousine, like any model car?
Oh yeah.
You just cut it in half and then stretch it out?
Yeah, there's companies that that's all they do is they do body work and they cut it, stretch it, build a long frame, steel frame, like on a bus chassis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you happily are pretty much running the show over there in that company.
My grandfather.
Yeah, but I mean, you pretty much do all the back end stuff and all the
my grandfather's still very much involved. He's never gonna retire.
He's there almost every day, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he comes in every day. And it's fun. I mean, it's you definitely have certain challenges working with or for family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but I enjoy it and we have a good time. And we were just over at my parents tonight celebrating his birthday.
How old is he? Yeah, I don't know either.
You were just there, Tyler. How do you not know?
I don't know. He doesn't want to talk
You
about
stop. Yeah, after a certain amount of time, you stop.
I know he's not 80, but he's in his upper 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tyler, what other than Big Brother, what are some of your other big reality? Like, you're a Bravo guy, right?
Oh yeah.
But which shows on Bravo do you like?
Well, obviously Below Deck.
Obviously.
Really love Backyard Envy.
I don't love it. I tried it.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
Did you watch it, Jonathan?
Nope, haven't watched it.
I like it. I don't know. I mean, it's not like the best show, but I do enjoy seeing what they do to these people's backyards.
Me too, but at some point, all the plants look alike. They're like, we're going to put grass here and some flowering things here and a shrub here. We're like, great.
Like, oh, we're going to put phlox in this one, and we're going to put knockout rose bushes in this one. In every episode, it seems like it's like the same flowers, but
yeah, like I just don't care enough about knockout rosebuds. I'm like, what is that? I don't care what you're saying. Like, if you want to like flip a house up, let me see that. But I don't want to see all these shrubs. Like, big whoopie do.
But I like it because I like seeing the New York real estate market. Also.
That's true. Do you watch $1 Million Listing?
Oh yes.
Oh, love it.
Oh, fun fact.
Oh wait, and I just started $1 Million Beach House on Netflix. which is based
Ooh,
in the Hamptons.
is it good?
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna watch that.
Yeah,
Jonathan,
I
fun
like that one
fact.
because I love the Hamptons.
So, fun fact for
Sorry,
your
Fern lives. Okay, go ahead.
$1 billion listing fan base. I just
Oh
finished
wait,
the
you're
Ryan.
taking a course of Ryan Searhant.
Correct, and I have a
Yeah.
call on Tuesday for him to be my personal mentor, and I get a phone call with him once a month.
That's
So why
awesome.
can't we get him on the podcast, Jonathan?
I
No.
will try.
He will try, but profession comes first.
That's right.
But
That's
professionally,
awesome. No, that's really cool.
But
Good for-
professionally, that would be great. One for this little side hustle that we're running here.
Sure.
Plus, bring a little bit of integrity to my.
Yeah. That's really awesome. And that's amazing too, what all those guys have done.
Oh my gosh. Well, he's been in the business for 10 years and started out making not his very first year. He he got $9,000 in gross commission. That was it. And he's now closed over $1 billion in real estate 10 years later. And it's all through like I finished his course, and now I'm in conversations with them to do his like pro plan, which is where they will essentially, I will have access to like his marketing team and different things like that, and they'll help me with different things. But I'll also have time with him personally just to go over deals and stuff. So I mean,
Yeah, that's really cool.
cool.
meanwhile, the sun is going down on Jonathan's face and we can barely see him anymore. Because he's at the beach. Jonathan, we
Hello.
can't see
Not
her.
hold that against him.
I won't. I'm just.
I am.
No, stop being jealous.
I'll
Liz.
come at you, Liz.
You're right. Don't do that. So we're about to wrap up, believe it or not. But Tyler, before we do,
No.
I know. Before we do, though, I wanted to. The other fun fact about us is that we've taken several mission trips together to Jamaica, and have had some very weird experiences. Right.
Oh yeah.
And we have gone with one of our friends, Nat Giuffre, who is hysterical. She is younger than both of us. She was one of my Young Life kids when Tyler and I met. Nat, how would you describe Nat?
Free spirit.
Free-spirited. How would you impersonate Nat? Her voice.
I can't do it.
So
Is she the one that came down and visited you with Tyler?
Yes.
Yeah, Nat's come down. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So any TH word she says with a D, like she's got a very Philadelphia accent.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "I'm gonna do that
Oh,
thing."
oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool then. That's nice. Okay,
That's cool.
that
Yeah,
sounds
I'm excited for that.
okay. Let's go there then. That sounds good.
Yeah.
But she's so funny and so witty, and she's incredibly single. So I'm trying to get her hooked up with somebody. We thought it'd be Corey for a little while.
Yeah, we
Our
thought.
friend Corey Rowe, who now lives in California. I'm gonna sneeze. Give me 1 second. Keep talking.
God bless.
Woo! COVID. Thank you. Just kidding. I do not have COVID, everyone. I feel very healthy.
Right.
But
I feel
Where were we? Where were we going with that conversation?
you're trying to hook up.
I just wanted to mention her because we never get to talk about Nat. I love Nat.
Oh, I know. Oh my gosh, I love that.
I
And
wonder
she's
if she's on the
doing great
podcast.
things right now with her photography. She's doing like family photography, weddings,
Yep.
engagements. Yeah, she's killing it down the beach.
Her
Down
down the shore, walking
Down
the
the shore,
boards.
walking the boards.
Her brother is killing it with luxury real estate too.
He is killing it.
Yeah. It'd be
Yeah.
great to have him. He sells like $1 million beach houses. Talk
Oh
about
my
the
gosh.
That's the goal.
I know
Yeah.
for you it is.
He's selling like Dune Drive, beach. I think it's Dune Drive. Like these shore homes that are just like multi-million-dollar homes that are just
Unbelievable.
incredible.
Yeah.
So it's funny that I down here because a client came down here and we put an offer in, they accepted it. And we went over to the house today so they could measure to order some furniture and stuff for the beach house. And the agent was there and I had to give him a check and whatever. And he's like, yeah, so, next time you have a client down here, just let me know. And, I'll be glad, like, you can refer them to me. And I'll be glad. I'm like, no, my goal is to take care of
Yeah,
real estate
exactly.
down
That's
here.
Yeah,
just-
Like,
why would you?
I don't want to give you any of my
Yeah.
clients.
Wait, you're licensed in the state of North Carolina. Why would you?
I'll take that myself.
pass
Right,
it
exactly.
on?
I'm going to go do this.
Yeah.
So,
It's weird.
Tom says that he's single.
Who is?
Your brother.
Tommy single? Tommy and Nat. Okay. Tommy, you're 50.
I don't think that's what he was getting at.
What is he getting at?
I don't know.
Francesca's-
He was just trying to say he wasn't dating Anastasia or
Francesca.
Francesca.
No, he is. He's dating Francesca Anastasia, the mail order bride, Rabinowitz, whatever her name is.
Okay, we have to do this podcast again with Tyler, and we've got to talk about the current season of Big Brother. 'cause I know
Okay,
we're
we
out of
will.
time.
And we will get Nat on it
Yeah,
too.
I mean, right now, look, I got the live feeds going here.
I'll feed,
Well,
yep.
it's about to be a live show here in a moment.
Well, we're going to
Yeah.
get off and watch it in 2
Yeah,
minutes.
they're about to come on here. What, 8 o'clock is it tonight?
All right. Well, listen, we're
Yeah.
gonna hang up here because I can't see Jonathan's face anymore either. So we'll do this again.
Thanks
We
for
love
having
you
me.
guys so much.
Yeah,
Jonathan,
thank you, Tyler.
we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Tyler.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.